So what we're working on now is a tire mount. I'll weld hitch receiver to the back of that. But we did a 8-inch circle, 3/16 diamond plate that I had left over. We did 3 bolts. It's a 8 by 6.5 lug pattern. And on the other side you can see where all my lines and all my measurements. But we just have it bolted down, some holes drilled in there. I'm just using 1/2-inch bolts in case I ever wanted to bolt a spare trailer tire with a smaller lug diameter in there. And we're just about to weld the lugs on now. Using that plasma cutter, you can see all the remains left underneath, and you can eat up a lot of flapper discs or even grinding wheels. I prefer to use a flapper disc over a grinding wheel, but at like $10 a pop, they get a little expensive. So I like to do with this, just take a hammer and pretty much just knock it all off, and then I'll go take it with a flapper, and it's a lot quicker that way instead of trying to grind it all off. So one thing I like to add to any trailer hitch that I'm building, I'll drill a 1/2-inch or 5/8 inch hole, and I'll weld this nut on over top the hole. Usually I do on the bottom so it's less obvious, but and then all you have to do as it gets rid of this slop, it saves you from buying one of those U-bolt clamp devices and then having to deal with it. So it's simply a 1/2-inch nut and a 1/2-inch bolt. All you need is about 1 inch long, not even, maybe 3/4 of an inch long bolt. That nut will be welded on there, and then it's just going to pinch it in whatever direction. And in just about every vehicle I have at least a wrench set, so it's not a problem to get a 3/8 or a 3/4 inch wrench out to loosen this up if I ever need to get this off. want it to be directly under your pin. You want it to be offset either to the rear or to the front. I like to do is when I weld it in there, I'll put the bolt through the nut to help line it up with that hole. First I need to hit that with a flapper disc and clean it up. But I'll weld it on just like that. Throw a little taper in there. Well, that's gone. Need to get a bunch of the right size cotter pins for trailer hitches. But for now, that'll work. Really not too much slop in this one. There's enough that I could probably hear that from the cab. And now there's none. Because I was keeping these as low profile as possible, because I want to be able to fit a tire up here on this side, fuel tank, auxiliary fuel tank on that side, either for the truck or for equipment, depending on gas or diesel. I haven't decided yet. I still want to be able to have a gooseneck on here and possibly even in this space here leading up to the gooseneck, possibly some sort of welding skid, even if I have to push it to one side or the other. Maybe the fuel tank won't necessarily stick out as far as a 1250 or a 1350 tire, so we'll see. But this is done, so go ahead and throw the spare tire up here. It's only 37 right now. I've got 39s on the truck, but I have to order another 39. Alright, mounted on here. Like I said, this is a 37 and these are 39, so this is made to take a full 39-inch spare. I really like the 39s, or a 40 on the truck, so I can't really see myself going down to a 37 or a 35 again. But so we got space underneath there, got space on the side, got space on top. Mounts up there real nice and solid. Got the option to go driver's side or passenger side, or we have this over here we can mount whatever we decide. Small winch, somewhere to store the tools, vise, or whatever we decide to use the truck for in the future. In those, we can store it up there so it's not hanging off the back of the truck. Really, at this point, all we need to do is wait for a warm day, because the spray paint's not holding. It's way too cold. It's starting to snow out here. It's in the 20s. The spray paint is really good, but you know, you can see it bubbling down here. It's not meant to be in this, applied in this cold of weather. So really, I'm just putting it on there for as much rust prevention as I can get. Probably gonna do some sort of headboard here. I just haven't decided if it's gonna be the 3/16 diamond 1/8-inch plate, or if I'm gonna put it on the side with the fuel tank or not. So far I'm just gonna leave it off. I'm not really a fan of diamond plate, except for where it's obviously intended as a slip resistant surface. But on these side pieces here, I could have done diamond plate out, but like I said, it's not really my thing. So I didn't want to have to go buy more plate steel, so I just put the diamond plate to the inside. That's the fuel filler we worked out the other day. It's boxed in there, so I'm still maintaining that boxed frame with the sealed ends. And then got the fast titanium pump mounted up there too. Same idea with that hitch receiver. Drilled 2 holes in the center of this tube here, and then just welded the 1/2-inch nuts so that we could just run a couple of bolts in there and hold it in place. It's not going anywhere. Eventually I'm going to build a piece of sheet steel that comes down here, kind of matches the body line here, and then it'll cover that up and protect it. Probably put a shield over this way, and then on the other side we're looking at putting a toolbox just to hold some ratchet straps, some wood blocks, whatever. Hitch receiver. That'll be down here on the bumper. That's all for now.